The military court judges read the entire judgment. It's a very rare thing, and they did it because this case is so controversial. They wanted the whole nation to hear every word. And what every word amounted to is this. They dismissed every defence, basically, that the defence that the soldiers' lawyers had put. So what we hear is the first defence was that he didn't kill the Palestinian who was lying prone on the ground because the Palestinian was already dead. The court dismissed that. The second defence was that he had acted in self-defence, that he was frightened, that there was an immediate danger to his life. The court dismissed that too. They said objectively there was no immediate danger. The Palestinian attacker had been neutralised. And subjectively, they didn't believe that that Elor Azaria, the Israeli sergeant, was frightened. What they said was that he was not a credible witness, that he changed his story too often. So in the end, the prosecution, a hands-down victory for the prosecution in this intensely controversial case inside Israel.
Iris, what kind of sentence will the 20-year-old sergeant face now, and when will he get that?
The sentence comes at a later date. The first stage is the verdict. There is a possibility to appeal this verdict. And then there is a decision as to sentence, which could be years in prison. It could be up to 20 years, depending on the circumstances. But because it is so controversial, we have already heard politicians who have been supporting him all the way, suggesting that he shouldn't serve a sentence, that if he's found guilty, he should immediately get a zero sentence and just go back to his normal life. So this case, I think, still has a lot of surprises and twists and turns in it for the state of Israel and for the Israeli military.
Iris, as you said, this has been such a controversial, such a divisive case there in Israel. Even today, hundreds of far-right protesters demonstrating in support of Azaria. This really touches at the heart of what many Israelis believe.
That's right. I have spoken to Israelis who looked at that video and said, no, plainly, this is manslaughter. If you shoot a man lying on the ground, it's manslaughter. But there are other Israelis who say, we send our sons to the army. They send them to a place like Hebron, which is a very complex West Bank town, the only place where Israelis live inside a West Bank town. It's a very complicated situation. The superiors weren't there, and he gets the blame. This 19-year-old gets the blame for the whole of the military system. So they feel he's being victimised and that the army isn't taking responsibility. So there's two ways of looking at it, and that's why Israel is divided.